Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Yasharallah, Kol Haloyim La, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Harakakodash, for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwaf that's keeping the faith in the works. Y'all keep at it. This your brother Obadiah coming at you with more precepts. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 11. It says, "And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon." Right? Two horns like a lamb, meaning it speaks soft and sweet, speak tender and mild, but really, deep down, it's full of deceit, full of treachery, and full of murder, right? And ultimately, it will lead to that lamb speaking as a dragon, right? Draconian laws, and they already got a lot of the laws in place to easily be able to go that route, right? So, I'm gonna let this video play, and I'll be back.
War on drugs decimated our community because it flooded our community with drugs. They say Reagan. 2020. The war on drugs decimated our community because it flooded our community with drugs. They say Reagan flooded the community with drugs. That's a terrible thing. But then we asked the Democrats to do something about it. What they do? They locked up everybody who sold drugs and left the crackheads to raise the community. The person who broke the bill for all of the locking up is the nigga you asking us to vote for now. Which is hilarious that you say the Republicans didn't do anything, when in fact, as terrible as Donald Trump is, he made it so that all of those people who were locked up were able to vote again, giving us voting power again. All those people who had felonies that could not vote can now vote again, and they voted for the nigga who put them in prison. At what point do we actually want to see what our power is? Truly. Because if Republicans don't give a fuck because they don't expect us to vote for them, and Democrats absolutely expect us to vote for them, if we do not vote at all, wouldn't that then put us in position of power with the Democrats for them to have to actually do something to get our vote? Isn't leverage what this is all about? So I say sit one out. What's the worst that can happen?
COVID.
No, really, what's the worst that can happen?
George Floyd.
Yeah, because they definitely didn't kill no niggas under Obama. Do we have to go through the list? All the notable names except George Floyd were under Obama, but that's neither here nor there. It don't rub you the wrong way a little bit as a black person that a white man can look you in the face and say, if you don't fuck with me, you ain't black. Nigga, who are you to tell me about my blackness? And I had an issue with that, and niggas was like, but he right, but he white. What the fuck are you talking about? When did we start letting motherfuckers talk to us like this? At some point, black people, when are we gonna have pride again? The war on drugs.
Right. And, the fact that, he calling himself black kind of dampers that whole speech, but I felt everything he was saying. We've been feeling that way. And we've been trying to tell our people the same thing. But our people constantly spew ignorance like the lesser of two evils. Right? This just tradition, or that's what the civil rights was for. Just a bunch of nonsense, man. Right? To get occupied in a system that ain't got nothing to do with you. And to be honest, that's all an illusion. Right? This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17, and verse 15. "Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom Yahweh thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother." Why is that? Because they're not going to do you right. Right? It's simple as that. Now, our buddy says, let's sit one out. We've been sitting out several. Right? And that's another difference between, the elect and everybody else. Everybody else talk that. Right? They talk about boycotting this holiday and boycotting that holiday and stopping this and stop doing that, but we actually do it. Right? And we've been doing this since we've been in the truth, because the scripture tells us to follow thus said Yahweh, not thus said whoever ruling over you. Right? So, let me go to Daniel. chapter 8 and verse 25 says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. Right? And that's always been, these devils' mindset through policy, right? Through different laws. This ain't the only time we went through this. We went through this in Greece. We went through this in Rome, right? You can read about Greece in the book of Maccabees. You can read about Rome in the Gospels, right? Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. You can read about these things. And the daughter of Babylon is no different, right? That's why Revelation 13 speaks how it speaks. Matter of fact, let me go there right quick. Revelation chapter 13. And let me see. I want to start. Okay, Revelation chapter 13 and verse 3. Right? It says, and I saw one of his heads, as it were, wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. Right? This place ain't nothing but a last leg of the Roman Empire, last leg of the Grecian Empire. Right? So scriptures call this place the daughter of Babylon. Scripture call this place spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom. Right? This ain't nothing but a culmination of all of the wickedness that's ever been on this earth is this place and this time that we living in. Right? But they disguise themselves as being lambs. They always have. That's how they even got the daughter of Babylon in the first place, claiming to be explorers to come over here with one mindset. But in actuality, you tricking the people that's already here. You tricking the people that's guiding you over here to be able to speak to these individuals, because we had to translate for them the things that the natives were saying, because we the same people. All right. Let me go to the book of Micah. Chapter 2 and verse 1, it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Right? The Most High gave them this power to rule this place. Job 9:24 says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? Right? So the Most High gave this devil that power, and with the power that this devil has, he continuously works iniquity, continuously works evil, right? Continuously practices it. Right? Scripture says that this devil has a perpetual hatred for us. So as long as they in power, we'll forever be lied to, forever be deceived, forever be hunted down, forever be oppressed, right? Forever be at the bottom of society, not just in the daughter of Babylon, but all around the world, right? Because it's the time for that. But the scripture says, until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled, that time is coming up to where their evil reign is ending. That's the explanation of everything that's happening on the earth. The Most High said, once that remnant of his people turn back, right? Stop being niggas, stop being black, stop being Puerto Ricans, stop being Hispanics, stop being Native Americans, and come back to their real true nationality, right? And I know that throws a lot of people off, because they don't understand that those were bywords that were placed upon us by the same individuals who conquered us. We're a whole nother people, right? All of us are a whole nother people, right? Because you don't want to do the research, that's between you and the Lord. But those of us that have, we understand who we are. And the Most High said, once we have that understanding and we do what we're supposed to do, he would then begin to fight for us. It's in the book of 1 Kings, chapter 8. Right? One portion of us doing what we're supposed to do is exposing this devil for what he really is. That's an end time prophecy, specifically for the end. All right, let me go on 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you. Salah, I'm going to start from the top. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Adawan Yahushai Hamashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of Hamashiach is at hand. Right? Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. That happened. That's why we calling ourselves Black, Hispanic, Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans, Haitians, so forth and so on. Right? We fell away from our first estate. Right? We fell away from our nationality. Right? According to the prophecy that's in the book of Psalms, chapter 83. Right? And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So these things have to happen before the end comes. We fell away, and the man of sin is being revealed. Right? Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Right? So all of these things has to come to pass. Like I said, including exposing the devil for what it really is, exposing the devil's system constantly. Right? You go to, let me see. Let me go to 2nd Ezra. All right, 2nd Ezra in the Apocrypha, chapter 11, and verse 41. It says, for the earth hast thou not judged with truth, for thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable, thou hast loved liars, and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and hast cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm. Therefore is thy wrongful dealing come up unto the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty. The highest also hath looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. Therefore appear no more, thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body, that all the earth may be refreshed. Right? That's the new earth. And you're talking about, when we say the end of the world, we're not talking about this actual earth being done away with. Scripture says the earth will always be here. Right? But we're talking about a new rulership, a rulership under righteousness. 2nd Ezra 6:9 says, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The earth must be refreshed after Esau falls. Right? It says that all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from thy violence, and that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her. Right? So, 2 wings, same bird. But now people are waking up to the truth of this thing. And we're starting to question. So, after this speech that this man just gave that made absolute sense, let's see how many people follow suit. How many people keep on with that old slave Negro mentality of, well, it's the lesser of two evils, and that's what, Martin Luther King and the civil rights era was about, for us to vote. No, it wasn't for us to vote. We could give a damn about voting. It had everything to do with opportunity. No one specified a damn thing about voting. Right? The civil rights was about opportunity. Right? Marching to be left the hell alone. Marching to not be oppressed. Marching to not be lynched. Marching to be able to have a higher education, and it be respected around the world, or across the globe, and not have to hear Well, you went to one of those colleges. You didn't go to. And the crazy part about that is, you still hear that today. Oh, he didn't go to Harvard, or he didn't go to Yale. He went to whatever the hell, Grambling or Alabama State. Not a damn thing changed. Right? At the end of the day, it was all just to, I put it like this. Ecclesiastes 7:7 says, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. So during the beginnings of the civil rights era, we were clearly oppressed, which brought about a certain rage, which made us say we're not going to take it no more. We finna stand up and we finna do some things, right? Then they introduced the bill, civil rights bill, right, by policy. And then what happened? Now, crack, heroin, gangs, traps, hoods, right? Real niggas, bad bitches, so forth and so on. A lost culture, right? It was already lost, but it just got way worse. But like I said, man, most I said, a remnant of his people will wake up to this, right? And do what we got to do to put an end to it. It don't take everybody. It only takes a remnant, right? So to the remnant, hey, keep on keeping on, man. So I ended with that. Hey, how about Shemi Awashai Ratazah? These precepts in this video were edifying. Kol Holoyim La Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Harakakodash Shalom Yashala.